What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about Christmas in Norway. So, here in America, we have our own way of celebrating Christmas. But I know that other countries do it differently. So today, in the spirit of Christmas, I'm very excited to learn about how Norwegians celebrate Christmas and how it's different to here in America. So let's take a look.
I'm going to start right at the beginning before Christmas. So the whole
Okay.
process until Christmas. And the first thing we noticed here is that at the end of November, maybe when it starts to be really dark here in Norway, they start to mount the Christmassy lights, which is just like a
Oh.
lifesaver because we have
Oh, you start with the Christmas lights at the end of November. I don't know. In America, we have Thanksgiving. That's a really big holiday, Thanksgiving. So that takes up the end of November. So we really don't start with Christmas decorations and Christmas stuff until December, or else you're considered a bit early. Norwegians get started on Christmas really early. Okay.
lifesaver because we have a lot of darkness, as I said, here in Norway. So every time you go into the city, everything is like sparkly and with a lot of like
Oh.
joy, Christmassy joy. You also
That is, wow. Yeah. So in Norway, it gets darker during this time of year. A lot, a lot less sunlight than here in America. I mean, here it gets dark at like 5:30 ish. It's bad. It's not too bad, but it's bad for here. Norway, I think it's a lot worse, and the Christmas lights kind of make it all better. And because it's dark, you got all the Christmas lights. It's special. It's bright. That makes a lot of sense.
also start to see some Christmas markets. I would say it's more in the beginning
Okay.
of December.
Markets.
There are a lot of different places here in Norway that have Christmas markets every year.
Oh,
I
wow.
try to go at least to one of them. I have a couple
Wow.
of vlogs where we visited some of these markets, so I'm going to link those videos, like the vlogs, in the description box if you guys want to check.
Christmas markets. Do you have a Christmas market like in every town and city? In America, I don't know. We have a lot of decorations. I don't know if there's really a lot of Christmas markets. That's a really cool thing about Norway. Wow. What do they sell? Like Christmas food, Christmas stuff? It's like outside with a lot of different vendors, and that's cool.
Check them out. Something that also starts right at the beginning of December is the Advent calendars. And
Right.
when I say this, Advent calendars, my mind goes to the chocolate Advent calendar, you know?
Yeah.
The box with the little windows to open.
Yeah.
But here in Norway, it's actually traditional to make an Advent calendar yourself out of like fabric and stuff with little
What? Oh my God. You know, I thought here in America, we take Christmas pretty seriously. People love Christmas. Americans love it. Norway almost takes it to another level. You're getting your Christmas lights out in November. You got Christmas markets. You're building your own Advent calendar. I've never heard of this.
pockets. So it's really normal to see different kind of homemade
Whoa!
types of advent calendars, and they have the date written on the pocket. Some people
Oh my
hang it on
God.
a string, but that is very common to have here.
That's
And
amazing.
that's something I've never ever had in Portugal.
That's
Another
amazing.
thing that is quite different that I've noticed is the whole Santa Claus thing, because here
Oh.
in Norway they don't call it Santa Claus, and it doesn't really look like Santa Claus or
What?
Saint Nicholas. Here it's
What? What? Do you have the Santa Claus hat like this? You have the hat? Do you know what this is? Surely. But I don't know anymore. In Norway, you Santa does not look like Santa as I know it. It's something else entirely? No Santa?
Doesn't really look like Santa Claus or Saint Nicholas. Here it's more like an elf. Maybe not an elf. Maybe
An elf? Oh, he looks like a dwarf. He looks like an elf or a dwarf. He's very tiny. Really? Do Norwegians, do you know how Santa Claus looks for Americans? Like a big, fat, jolly man with a white beard. This is like the miniature Santa to me.
maybe gnome is a more correct
A gnome.
term to use, but they called Santa Claus julenissen.
Julenissen? Yeah, he is like a gnome. Why is there more than one? How can there be more than one Santa? Maybe you don't even call him Santa Claus. What? Is this accurate in Norway? You have Christmas? You have Christmas, but you don't have Santa? You have little Santa?
It's very strange because I think there is a very old story about it where the julenissen were very small. Okay, I need to search julenissen. It says here that Nisse is a household spirit that is responsible for the care and prosperity of a farm or family. They were described as short men or women under 4 feet tall, wearing a red cap. You need to keep your nieces satisfied, usually with a bowl of porridge and butter on Christmas Eve.
Oh, you know what? Last year, during Christmas, I learned about a Norwegian story about a little mischievous man, a gnome or an elf, that is in your farm, and you have to give him porridge and keep him happy, or he'll play tricks. Is that the same as Santa, though? Are you telling me there's no Santa? There's just the julenissen? I need to understand this. I need to get this straight.
And then in the 1840s, the farm Nisse became the bearer of Christmas presents in Scandinavia and was then called julenissen. That's the story.
Okay.
If anyone wanted to know, then you know.
Okay.
I knew they were small and cute, and
They are.
then when it comes the 23rd of December,
Okay.
which for Norwegians is the Little Christmas Eve.
Little Christmas Eve? Man, Norway has a lot of fun little extra things. You have a lot of extra stuff. Little Christmas Eve, like the day before Christmas Eve, in America, that is not a significant day. That's nothing. That's just...
So they have a Christmas Eve before Christmas Eve. And during this day,
I'm jealous.
they all get together with their families and they decorate their house, put on their Christmas tree, decorate the tree.
So you don't decorate your home until December 23rd? Don't you have decorations up for the Christmas, like December? Or do you wait until December 23rd, Little Christmas Eve, to put up the tree and the decorations? Really? You don't get to do that until that close to Christmas Day, really?
Of course, the trees in Norway, that's also a big difference. They are real pine Christmas trees. You can buy them already prepared, you just take home, or you can go to the forest and cut a tree.
Some Americans buy a real tree, but that's more and more rare. More people are getting fake trees that don't shed and die, but I do have a soft spot for a real Christmas tree.
We tried to do this for 2 years. The first one we had a tiny little Christmas tree, and then the second one we tried to have one in a pot because it just felt so horrible that the tree dies in the end and you just throw it away after Christmas and it's all like brown and sad. So this is the tree.
Oh.
It is really fluffy under, like a ball, and then it has this really long stick.
Wow.
Ta-da!
That's interesting.
This is our final Christmas tree.
So we tried to have it on a pot, but still she died. So
Wow.
we have a fake one now, like
Okay.
we have in Portugal. Write down in the comments below who has fake or real trees. I want to see the difference.
Most Americans are going fake these days, honestly.
Another thing that I thought it was quite different is the type of ornaments that you put on the tree here in Norway. Like for example, mushrooms. They hang up mushrooms in the tree.
Mushrooms.
They hang up birds. We actually have a bird.
Birds?
I can even show you. Where is he? Like this little guy.
Ooh,
You know, this is
Oh.
quite simple one. They have really pretty,
that's nice.
bigger birds. Some
Is there a meaning for the birds and the mushrooms? Does that have a meaning?
of them with real feathers on the bird. This one has one here, but some have like the whole bird looks real.
Wow.
I've also seen apples to hang on the trees.
Apples?
Candles. That was something that I thought was really strange.
Candles?
But I've learned that it is
Candles? Fire? Isn't that dangerous?
because before, like in the old days, you would only use real candles on your tree, which just sounds so dangerous.
Oh my god.
But nowadays, I think you can buy them like fake.
That is so cool. You can have a candle in spirit. It's like a light candle. Apples, candles, birds, mushrooms. This is all very, very strange to me, but I like it. It's really cool how Christmas in Norway is very, very different, very unique.
But looking like candles. It is also not very normal to have these, how would I call them? Like Christmas strings or belts around the tree, which we use a lot in Portugal, like fluffy little ones.
Sure, sure.
Here, nope. Another
Okay.
thing I just remember that they also put on Christmas trees is pepperkake. So they make this pepper and cinnamon cookies.
Is this like gingerbread? Pepperkaken, pepper, cinnamon, and then you put them on the tree? In America, not too many people make cookies. That's very special. Americans are becoming less and less like savvy with cooking actual cookies. We just want to buy them. We don't have real trees. We just buy the fake tree. It is getting a little more fake, but we never hang the cookies on the tree.
In different types of shapes, but normally they are heart shaped.
Ah.
Put a hole on the cookie and hang them on the tree,
That's
which
nice.
just looks so pretty and delicious at the same time.
I like that.
I also have to say that putting up the Christmas tree only on the 23rd of December sounds very late to me.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's in America, your tree is up all of December, so you can enjoy it. December 23rd is so late.
I usually put up my tree on the 1st of December. This year has been an exception. I have put it way earlier because, you know, yeah. In regions, 23rd of December.
Wow.
Another thing you do on the 23rd
Wow.
of December is you eat, and I have to read this, risengrynsgrøt,
Porridge.
which looks like a rice pudding of some sort.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have anything like this.
And has an almond hidden in the middle of the pudding. And then the one who gets the almond gets a pig, a marzipan pig as a
Pig?
present.
What? What is for an American? I have to say this stuff just sounds so random. Sounds like a lot of fun. I love hearing about these unique traditions. You eat the porridge, you find an almond, you don't choke on it, and then you win a pig.
Talking about decorations, there are some decorations that I've never seen before I moved to Norway. For example, the Advent candle. That looks something like those ones I have in the background there, so tall and mostly white, and then has the dates written on the candle. So it goes from the 1st of December until the 25th, if I'm not mistaken.
I've never seen this either. America is very religious. There's a lot of Advent things, the Advent calendar, but we don't have like a candle like this. This is kind of cool.
And you just have to burn the candle day by day, so it's going to melt the
I like
days
that.
away. Other type of Christmas candles I've never seen before is those who have like a candle base or like support.
This is normal in America. This is the first thing in the whole video that's the same.
With 4 places for 4 candles, and then you light up 1 candle every Sunday of
Yeah.
December
Yeah.
or every Sunday until Christmas, something
Yeah.
like that. So one, it will always be more melted than the others.
I always thought this was a religious thing. Is this a religious thing in Norway, or I didn't expect Norwegians to be doing this.
If you know what I mean. Another type of decoration that was completely new to me, it was the stars with the light inside.
Ooh.
This was actually the first year we bought one,
Ooh.
and it just looks amazing. They are basically
That is beautiful. That's like a work of art. That's yeah, I've never seen this.
made out of paper and have little holes in them, and then you put up a lamp inside, like a bulb inside, and
Paper?
light up the bulb. So they're basically a lamp that you hang up
Wow.
in your window. Something that I'm not sure if it's very
What?
traditional is the stockings. If you're
Norway has so many cool things. What? You have so many cool things. So a lot more things going on with the candle, and sometimes there's candles in the tree and the paper star. And I think Norway takes Christmas more seriously. Like there's more going on than in America. Wow, I didn't expect this.
Norwegian and you know this, if you do or not the stocking tradition to put little presents on the stockings and hang them in the fireplace.
Yes.
Just write it down in the comments down below. I would really love to know, because I have no idea. I also
So in Norway, do you hang stockings over the fireplace? That's what we do in America. You have every family member has a stocking, a big sock over the fireplace. You put little tiny gifts or candy inside on Christmas Day. Yeah.
I have to mention that many Norwegians spend Christmas in their cabins. So in their little wooden house in the middle of the woods, that's called
Oh.
Hita. And a lot of families prefer to drive and travel to their Hita to spend Christmas there. Probably because it's more magical, probably more snow. I think that
Oh, that's so interesting. I never thought about that. We do not have cabins in America. We do Christmas at home. I really think about it as you have to be home to do Christmas in your house. That's where it is. For Norwegians, it can be in your cabin, this magical Norwegian cabin where you spend vacation and Christmas. Okay, I completely forgot about that. I never associate that with Christmas. That's really cool.
that's also one of the reasons why they make the Christmas tree so late, because they like to do it on the 23rd when they go to the Hita. Then it comes the 24th of December, where they normally have a church service. So if you're religious, you would go to the church on this day.
Okay.
And then on the afternoon, they join together for a meal. Just like in Portugal, we also get together for dinner on the
On Christmas Eve. On Christmas Eve, a lot of people go to church. There's no special meal. There's no special dinner on Christmas Eve. That is also another thing Norway does that we do not do.
21st. And I've heard that at 5 o'clock the bells on the church ring, so you start your Christmassy dinner. Not sure if this is true, because I've never
Okay.
actually spent Christmas Day in Norway. So if you know this, also let us know in the comments.
Okay.
Another curious fact is that most restaurants and bars are open during Christmas. There are actually a lot of families that prefer to spend a Christmas dinner with their families on a restaurant.
That is so funny. Because I know in Norway, you shut down stores on Sunday. So I always thought Norway shuts things down. On Christmas Day, you can go to a restaurant. In America, Christmas Day is like the only day of the year where everything is shut down. The only day where everything is closed. So we're the opposite.
Instead of having all the trouble to cook the meal at home. And also a lot of people that go celebrate afterwards to bars and have a drink with friends. Then the 25th of December is more of a relaxing day at home.
Okay.
I think everyone gets...
Oh, do you go out to the restaurant on Christmas Eve? Is that a Christmas Eve thing or a Christmas Day that you go out to a restaurant?
It's on their pajamas, it's more with the closest part of the family, and you just sit on the couch, watch Christmas movies the whole day, and eat the rest of the Christmas food, basically leftovers.
Oh! So in Norway, the big Christmas feast is on Christmas Eve, and then you eat the leftovers on Christmas Day. In America, you have a big meal on Christmas Day. So that's different. But I think it's similar that on Christmas Day, you spend it with your family, you relax at home, watch a movie. You have to open your Christmas presents, of course, right? Right? When do you open the presents?
Regarding opening presents, this is also something that I am a bit unsure about, because I've heard from many Norwegians that they open presents on the 24th at night, so after dinner. And I've heard from other people that they open on the 25th on the morning.
Oh, wow, okay. So Norwegians, do you open Christmas presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning? In America, you always wait till Christmas morning. That is probably the most important tradition, that you open presents on Christmas morning. Not sure what Norwegians do, actually.
Really can't say. I think it's a bit divided. Depends on your family what you do.
It's divided.
Now I'm going to tell you some of the most traditional Christmassy dinners in Norway. So, one is ribbe, which is pork ribs or pork belly, which is very delicious. Another one is lutefisk, which looks dangerous. I've tried this twice now. I didn't like it because of the texture. I like the flavor, but the texture is so strange. First, the fish is like transparent and wobbly and looks like gelatin. And lutefisk is cod cured in lye.
Yeah, I think this would be difficult for non-Norwegians to get used to. It's just it sounds very strange and chewy. In America, Christmas food can really depend on your family. There's really no rules. Christmas food, it's a lot like Thanksgiving for most people. There's turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, like just what we call comfort foods. Really savory foods. But really, there's no rules about it.
Then, of course, you have pinnekjøtt, which is a lot of people's favorite. And it's cured ribs of lamb. It's very delicious. If you're in Norway, you have to try pinnekjøtt. Then some very, very Christmassy drinks here in Norway. One is gløgg. I hope I'm saying this correctly.
Gløgg.
The first time I tried this was with my friend Katty in one of my videos where we tried Norwegian food.
Yeah, do we have any Christmas drinks? There's eggnog. Have you heard of eggnog? Not a lot of people drink it, but that is like the American Christmas drink, eggnog. Or like hot chocolate.
And Norwegian Christmassy food. And we were both surprised and unsure of what to think about it.
Should we
go?
try it? Okay.
Grog? Grug?
It's so strange.
I kind of like it.
It's like melted brown sugar.
I guess that when it's made at home, it probably tastes much better. And I really cannot describe what type of drink this is, but you can mix it with wine. I guess it's some kind of like mulled wine. And of course you have all the Christmassy beers. They have so many Christmas beers.
Christmas
and
beer?
Every year they have a competition to
Christmas beer? There's Christmas beer?
see which one is the winner. And there's like a
I'm surprised this isn't a thing in America. Americans love beer, but there's no Christmas beer. That's hilarious.
beer king or something like that, just for Christmas beers. Beers with Christmassy flavors. And as traditional Christmas desserts, you have so many, but some of my favorites are definitely kransekake, which I have a video where I explain how to do this. The pepperkake, like I told you before, the cookies, that you can also do pepperkakehus, which you...
Okay, this is something in America that we call this a gingerbread house. This looks exactly the same. So we do this out of gingerbread cookie.
can build a house made of cookies.
Yeah.
And they look absolutely gorgeous, and it's actually a very, very big tradition to do here. And you have so many other desserts. That was basically it. That was all I had to say.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're at the end. Oh my god. There are so many Norwegian Christmas traditions. Norway does Christmas, for having Christmas, you do it pretty differently, which is really cool to see. There's actually a lot of extra traditions and stuff here that I really like, that I think we should think about doing in America. There's a lot of extra stuff you guys are doing. I like it. I like it a lot. So I just thought it'd be fun today on Christmas to check out what Norwegians are doing for Christmas. And that was super interesting and fun. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment. If you're Norwegian, please feel free to leave a comment with what you do during the Christmas time, Christmas Day. If these traditions are things that you do, that'd be awesome to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and learning about Norwegian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and have a very, very Merry Christmas.